I'm trying to figure out what the best way to start this video is. Do you believe in ESP? And the idea that some people are psychic, able to see the future or just kind of know things that it seems like they shouldn't know. We're going to watch a couple of One Step Beyond episodes tonight that looks into that very question. It talks to a man and about a man named Peter Hurkos, who I don't know the full story. I simply know that he was believed to be skilled in ESP, and he actually was able to help the police. So I think that's pretty cool. On the topic of ESP, personally, I do believe in it, but I don't believe in a lot of the modern things. For instance, I do believe it's possible for people to know things. I believe that it's possible to speak to the dead, seances and things like that. What I don't believe are people like John Edwards, who, if you pay him $10, will be like, yes, I'm communicating with your dead goldfish. He forgives you. You know, I don't believe that stuff. I think that these people are just trying to make a buck off of some vulnerable people's emotions and beliefs, and that stuff's always pissed me off. My mom was into that stuff. She actually used to watch John Edwards, and it was always really annoying to me. But I do believe that there are people out there who can connect, who can communicate. I don't believe it's like a telephone. If you give this guy enough money, he can dial up the person that he wants to look for. But if somebody is trying to reach out and somebody else is listening, I believe that that would be, I believe that that kind of communication could be intercepted. And I believe that that might be what we're about to witness with Peter Hurko's story. But we're going to get into it and find out exactly what's going on with him. Make my face a bit smaller so that my screen doesn't freeze up. I can make this bigger. Oh, no, don't want to make it bigger. We'll just more center it. Oh, and I am still working on my friend's hat for our Children of the Corn reviews. I'm hoping tomorrow night we'll get into that. We're almost finished with the cap, and then I just have to do the brim. And he will be looking fancy to get scared. For tonight, though, let's get into this. One Step Beyond, the Peter Hurkos story, part 1.
Aluminum, from the world's leading producer, Aluminum Company of America, who creates new and unusual uses of this wondrous metal for the world in which you do live. And now, John Newland takes you one step beyond.
Many of the most incredible incidents in the world of psychic phenomena have strangely enough emerged from war, as though men had to be reminded that, despite the senseless carnage, they were somehow still in contact with the spiritual, the divine. Now, nothing in the world of psychic phenomena is more remarkable than what happened to Peter Hurkos. And that, too, strangely enough, began in war. Amsterdam, 1900.
Okay, I need to see if I can fiddle with the sound. I don't know what that clicking and popping is, but it's going to annoy the crap out of me. So, y'all are going to have to hold on with me for a second. I apologize. Well, I guess we should start it playing and see what the different sounds are, shouldn't we? Hold on.
44. The Dutch underground. The strange road hurkos traveled into the world of the unknown begins here and now.
Trying to enhance the voices while fading out the popping and crackling a little bit. Did they just shoot at Peter Hurkos? What have I missed while trying to mess with the volume? Man, you can't take your eyes off these old shows for a second. Why, friend? Am I sitting on here? Is that the problem? Yeah, he's running, but what did he do? I guess we'll find out. Ooh. That's a bad fall. Hit his head?
Peter Hurkos should be dead.
Okay.
He fell 50 feet. He has been unconscious for 6 days.
Damn, bro.
He is not dead,
Oh, yeah.
but he is changed.
Now look how excited I am, like a schoolboy. I haven't seen my family 1 whole week. Now remember what the doctor told you. Take it easy. I know. I mean, it's very simple for a doctor to say take it easy. I will send him my grocery bill. I will say to my landlord, I'm sorry about my rent, but the doctor said I have to take it easy.
Is he hearing people's prayers?
Mynheer? Oh, no, please, lie down. You have to lie down.
Where am I?
In the hospital. You have a serious concussion.
How long have I been here?
6 days.
6 days?
No, please don't worry. The doctor filled out an accident report. You were run down by a lorry. And while you were having your snooze, our allies smashed through Schleswig-Holstein to the Baltic. Also, you cornered the market. Potato soup.
Aunt Elsa.
I didn't know she was your aunt.
Oh, she's everybody's aunt in the whole rooming house.
You know, she told me my fortune from cards.
I'm sure she did.
No. She's very good. She said, I'm going to be one of the richest men in Holland. Whatever I'm going to touch will turn into gold. So. Well, get well soon, my friend.
I should have figured this out before.
In hell. Well, for a sick man, he has the strength of a bull. Bye-bye.
Why am I getting very strong Dead Zone vibes from this now?
Who is that man?
His name is August Breitner. Emergency, appendectomy.
Stop him.
What?
Stop him right now.
here. You mustn't excite yourself.
Tonight, don't you understand? The Germans know all about him. He's going to be killed on Cleo Street. Right now. Sorry, I'm absent-minded, Professor. I told you I'm excited. Don't always have to see if I'm excited. Bye-bye. Right now. Stop him. Stop him.
Danger the...
Right now,
Nobody's gonna listen to him. They think he's delusional.
You had a very serious concussion. You were unconscious for 6 days. 2 grades of psychoanalysis. I knew it. When I touched him, I know. What? I saw it.
British intelligence agents shot on Cleo Street.
Damn.
How did you know? I told you. You touched his hand and you knew. Yes. How stupid do you think we are?
I'm telling you the truth. I tried to stop him, didn't I?
See? Why? Because you had a moment of compassion? I suppose a traitor could have a moment of compassion.
Traitor?
How else could you know that Breitner would be killed on Cleo Street?
I've told you. The nurse saw. It just came to me.
It just came to you.
I have been in the underground for 3 years. Before that, I was in a German work camp. And before that, I was in Buchenwald.
I have fought the Germans in my native Spain, in Greece, now here. The sad truth is that a month from now I might find that my shoes are too thin, my room too cold, and German sausage too appealing.
No! You're wrong about me. You're wrong about me. You're wrong.
I mean, they are jumping to conclusions a little bit, but during war, they jump to crazy conclusions because crazy things happen. Was he smothering to death? Illegal.
What is it? He said what I was thinking. How I hate killing. Sometime when I'm under strain, I think in Spanish, but how could he know? How could he know?
Now, you don't act like a man who is going home. Mr. Hurkos, you're as good as new.
If I'm just as good as new, why can't I just go?
No, Dr. Molehouse must discharge you.
Doesn't anyone hear it but me?
Hear what?
The voices. The twisting. The turning. Screams.
Mr. Hurkos, please.
Doesn't anyone hear it but me?
The voices and visions persisted. Everything he touched pushed him deeper into a world of sights and sounds from which there was no escape. His mind was no longer his own. His every waking moment a torment. Each new day brought fresh despair.
What have you been doing, sitting there since last night?
Good morning, Dr. Elsa.
Good morning, my lad.
It's like the Midas touch, but it sucks.
No, I think you
even
drink
worse
too
'cause
much.
It's the only way I can stop the voices.
You get other people's lives in your head when you touch them.
And how are you going to stop them tomorrow? That's the last of the wine, my lad. Business was terrible this week. Thanks to Miss Val Hayden. She's been spreading lies about me. I told the fat fool that her Uncle Herman was going to die and leave her 5,000 visits. But they gave him one of those new wonder drugs. Was it my fault? What are you going to do?
I don't know, and I don't care.
You'll care tomorrow.
Maybe I should go see the doctor at the university.
No! Why not? Maybe he can help me. He'll do to you what so many have done to me. Doubt you, mock you, destroy your faith in yourself.
Faith? What faith?
Whatever you are, you are.
And what am I, huh? I'm just a jungle of sounds, screams.
Jungle, sounds, screams. What kind of talk is that? I'll tell you what you are.
Oh, yes, the cards. The cards.
This is remarkable. Do you know that the same cards, in the same sequence, are coming up to you day after day after day? That only means you can be a brilliant success. Brilliant beyond belief.
And what does this card say? That I can fly like a pig, and this card...
Now, stop making fun of my cards. They've provided me with a good living for the last 50 years, and you for the last 6 months.
Take a quick pause here and talk about a little bit about what's going on. I still have no idea why he was running and fell out of the building and hurt himself to begin with. This feels a lot like The Dead Zone by Stephen King, which is funny because there's a Stephen King reference in the last One Step Beyond video that we watched, which was the clown. That instantly reminded me of Pennywise. I've heard a couple of people talk about how many One Step Beyond episodes resemble Stephen King stories. There's also one called The Burning Girl, which is literally about a teenage girl who accidentally sets fires when she's emotionally upset. Obviously, that's a lot like Firestarter. So, I think it's pretty funny that my mind automatically connects the things. What do y'all think about tarot cards? Like as a form of ESP, as a form of that type of skill. Again, for the same reason as with the psychics, I do believe if the person is reading with the right intention, the right mindset, that it's real and it can tell the future. If they're doing it just for money, sometimes I think it's just a magic trick. The things that come true are just coincidence. For me though, a lot of this, like when it comes to psychic phenomena and otherworldly things, I feel like if you're earning money off of it, you'll lose the power even if you had it, because I don't believe it was meant to be capitalized off of. So that's my problem with people that make a lot of money doing it. Now, she just said that she makes money doing it, but she also might have skill, and might only make enough to pay the bills. So I don't know.
I don't think so. I'll try to pay you back somehow.
How?
Since the war has ended, I've tried to get a job, haven't I?
A job doing what? Painting houses?
What else do I know?
What don't you know? Should I make you a little confession, huh? Everybody loves Tante Elsa in the building, isn't that right?
You're very good to everybody, Tante Elsa.
Oh, sure. Tante Elsa, always bringing rock candy for the kiddies. And an old cigar for a cheap bracelet for the ladies. A kettle of potato soup for the sick, huh? Yes, and a sweet, sweet smile for one and all. Everybody loves Tante Elsa. But Tante Elsa needs their love, too. You know why? Because she's probably a witch. So, if she is not to burn, she best be a dear, sweet witch. But you, Peter, you are a special case. I give you wine because you are not merely a neighbor anymore. You are a colleague.
Colleague, what are you talking about?
I'm going to help you. Really help you. Not for a mere 80 huldens a week, such as the learned doctor has offered you.
How?
You have a clean shirt, my lamb.
It's a little aggressive, but
And if you
Seems
take my
to me
advice,
more.
Gaston, you won't invest one gulder in your son-in-law's business, because you won't get back one stipe. I see we have another question from someone in the audience. The name of this person is... Just one moment, ladies and gentlemen.
I know exactly how it's done. The paper card.
well, somebody
down a
took the
chute.
card from the person in the audience. They
The name?
probably got the name.
This person is... Peter hurkos. Will Peter hurkos rise, please? What's he talking about? I sent no message.
Oh, yes, you did.
The question asked by
You set
Peter
him up.
hurkos is, how can I get a job like yours since I am so much better? And Elsa, what have you done? Well, will Peter hurkos rise, please?
She reminds me of that Clara from Bewitched.
Well, do you think you can give psychic readings better than I, mein Herr? You were so sure of it when you wrote the note, and now you stutter. Come, mein Herr. If you have gifts greater than mine, you must demonstrate them. Well,
Well, certainly doesn't have a mustache
will the
grater.
gifted Herr Hurkos consent to share the stage with me?
Well, my dear.
He doesn't know what he's doing with it. She's kind of a bitch for signing him up like this without really training
That's
him.
right up here. So,
Unless they've cut out some stuff.
psychic marvel. What is your method? How do you work? How does the truth come to you? Tell us, please. I touch things. You touch things. And what would you like to touch, my hair? Not my wife. What my watch do? What marvelous things does my watch tell you beyond the fact that it is 8:15? Hmm? Apparently, my watch is not telling anything. Would you like to try my suspenders? Your watch tells me much. Oh, now he is getting it, ladies and gentlemen. Inside the case, there's a lock of hair. Blonde, not your wife's. Nonsense. A girl that you take from town to town. She's in the audience now. Please forgive the interruption, ladies and gentlemen. If Herr Hurkos will kindly go back to his seat, perhaps we can continue the demonstration.
Peter is pouring the tea.
Will you kindly go back to your seat, Herr Hurkos?
No.
This is Greta.
It's the Ned Fulmer situation of the 50s. And Aunt Clara knew.
Peter Hurkos became an instant continental sensation. But he was untrained in the mechanical tricks of the professional magician. He could rely only on his remarkable psychic gift. And soon he began to fear he would lose that which in the beginning he had not wanted.
Such a fancy place, you'd think they'd have better accommodations for visiting artists. Still, the rich were never known for their generosity. What is it, my lad?
It's just this morning when I woke up, they thought it was gone. I mean, disappeared.
It will never go. Did I not tell you you would be rich and famous?
The doctor said it could go like this.
Peter, you're so depressed. Did you ever think that one day you would be entertaining in the great manner of one of our great patriots?
What if I'm not good? What if I'm ridiculous? What if they laugh at me?
Never.
Strange. Right after the accident, I asked them to cut open my head and take out whatever it was. And now I'm afraid to lose it. That's funny. I'm spoiled to be a house painter. Take them. Will I be good tonight?
Peter, you're ridiculous.
Read them.
You're teasing me.
Tell me how good I will be tonight.
Me, a fortune teller, telling anyone with your powers.
All right, I know it's silly. Do it anyhow. What would happen to me? I would be nothing again. What do they say? Tell me.
Nothing.
They do, tell me.
They say what they have always said. That my lamb is going to have great success. We are ready for you now. I hope you will be as amusing as you were at the theater, Mr. Hurkos. Now, since my husband's illness, these little entertainments are very important to keep up his spirits. Please come along with me here. This is a surprise I promised before dinner. Mr. Peter Hurkos, the man with the laid-up brain.
Oh, lucky my dear. Fortune teller.
I've seen him in the theater. He is marvelous.
Meine Reinbows, it's an honor to be a guest in your house. My assistant will pass among you, and if you will be so kind as to just give her some personal items.
Does Navarro object if I use that tray? Thank you. And when he says watch your liver, you watch your liver.
The next article is a lady's locket. It belongs to the lady of the house. Very clever. Frau Reinvos wishes to know if I can tell her what she will be celebrating next week.
That's right.
Yes, you will be celebrating your 25th wedding anniversary. What's so wonderful about that? All you have to do is just read the morning papers.
Don't be so skeptic, John. I proved to you that he's really psychic. See what you can do with this.
I don't believe that lady's been married for 25 years. That would make her, let's see, if she got married early, at 17, that would still make her nearly 40. Over 40, nearly 50. And she doesn't look that old. Now, Aunt Clara here. But not that lady.
Meine Reinvos doesn't believe that I can do what I can do. I get that from the cigarette case. And more. Much more. 16 Dutchmen. What sort of a man are you? 16 men shot. This man is insane. This man is insane. You are insane. You get it back.
Gave him a heart attack?
He was honored by our country as a patriot, and he betrayed us. 16 men shot. 16 Dutchmen shot. And his fault.
Are you out of your mind? He made a deal with the Nazis. They ran his factories, but he controlled them. Dead. He's dead. Jean Reinbold is dead. Liar! 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 Liar!
It's the truth. It is the truth. It was true. But it was 5 lonely, haunted years for Peter Hurkos before it was proven to be true. In a moment, I will tell you something about those years.
They go to jail?
Next week, in a specially devised laboratory, and on the scene of a shocking murder, the scientific world learned many fantastic things about the incredible psychic gifts of Peter Hurkos. Be sure to be with us for the conclusion of the Peter Hurkos story.
I've got it set up at 6 Right. Okay, so part 1, aside from seeming very similar to the Dead Zone, it's interesting. It's definitely got me wondering what's going to happen to this guy. I mean, he's obviously in a bit of trouble, whether he meant to or not. The host of his party here is now dead, which is never a good sign. But we know it turns out a little bit okay because I know a little bit about his future.
This has been Alcoa Presents. Alcoa also brings you on another network the award-winning Alcoa Theater. Both shows by Aluminum Company of America and its distributors from coast to coast. Brooke Taylor speaking for Alcoa.
I had meant to film this a couple hours ago.
Where?
Got sidetracked.
She is not well. She has a ache here. You are witnessing the recreation of an actual experiment in extrasensory perception. It is called psychometry. Peter Hurkos, one of the psychic marvels of the 20th century, is in the laboratories of Dr. Lars Lindstrom, MD. Somehow, by merely touching an object, Hurkos can tune in to whoever else has also touched that object. Now, if such a process could be understood, the riddle of mind over matter could also be understood. A riddle as basic as the mystery of life itself.
Alcoa presents a new and unusual kind of television program that takes you just beyond the world in which you live.
I wish I could get subtitles for these old shows, but I can't find none. I did look. And also with it being in black and white, I don't think it would look right against the bottom. So I have to struggle to try to hear what they're saying. It all sounds muffled to me. Maybe I'm going deaf in my old age.
Not bad. She went to the doctor May 7th, not early April.
She thought of it a month earlier, and she should have gone. She would have saved herself an awful lot of suffering.
And you'd be 100% right, huh?
Your average for the series of tests so far is pretty respectable, Peter. 8 correct statements out of 10. Statistically, the odds against that are at least 1 million to 1. Of course, I told you. Dr. Van der Helst in Hollandville, I cannot do what I do with tricks. And now you
See for yourself.
Mind if we wait a bit before handing out testimonials? And so began phase 2. In the next series of tests, Dr. Lindstrom set out to remove whatever physical senses might account for hurkos' power. He now began a psychometrization of objects seen, but not touched.
I see. Monuments. Telling of history. And thought.
What are you trying to do to me?
What we agreed to do. See how good you are when you can't touch. In the box, I see an ornament. No. Not an ornament. It's writing. Not writing, lines. Like, go this way and that way. Like a drawing. Here, wait, I show you.
He just said don't touch. Well, I guess he can draw then.
So,
I guess what they meant by don't touch is don't take your vision from the item.
so.
Try to draw from the energy the item is giving off without touching it. Hieroglyphics.
What is that? Looks like Egyptian hieroglyphs. Oh, what do I know of that? Let's see. I'm remarkable. I mean, without even knowing, without even touching.
What's that inside the box?
2 errors. 2 errors? I don't believe it.
That's still fantastic. There could have been anything in that box. Dog collar, a toothpick, a key ring.
2 errors.
This is called a stroboscopic light. The flickering reduces the area between the conscious and subconscious.
Whatever it does, it feels fine.
I received this letter.
Trigger warning for flashing, I guess. I don't like flashing lights, but I'm going to be looking down a lot at this. But if anybody else doesn't like flashing lights, just kind of close your eyes or turn away from this part.
This morning. I haven't opened it yet. Tell me what's in it.
I see a harbor beyond it. A city with big buildings. City is New York. Letters from New York. It's coming closer. The big building. There's one building. The letters from the building. From a man 76 years old. White hair. I see everything. Doctor, I tell you, I see everything.
Why?
Why what?
Why should the strobe lights make any difference?
Well, I don't know, but it does. Right now, everything is gone.
The light flickers, you flicker.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Now, I don't understand fully the use of it in ESP testing, but I do know that strobe lights can have a lot of effects on the human brain, which is why I don't like looking at them. They can cause me to have seizures, unfortunately. But for some reason, it overstimulates our brains. They try to wake people up from comas, by flashing the lights to stimulate the brain cells. So the flashing lights, it does do something special to you. I don't know how it's helping him, but it does make sense that it would enhance it if he was focusing on that.
Maybe we should be celebrating. Then I proved it. I'm finished. The ultimate purpose of our work is to try to understand what extrasensory perception is. Well, maybe we're getting a little close.
Then I think you should be happy.
All by ourselves, right here in this little room. We may have just dumped man's deepest hopes into the garbage can. Instead of a psychic marvel. Maybe you're no more than a radio receiver. A what? Why should the stove light change anything? All it is an electrical impulse. What's ESP? An electric spark? I don't care what you call it. When I touch things, I know. And when I don't touch things, I know. Put on the light. We go some more. You can build yourself the electrical marvel, AM and FM, and go back on the stage.
Why is he mad at him about it?
Sorry. Peter, science has reduced everything in this world to 92 elements. Everything except one thing, the human mind. If what we've got up here, if what we know and feel can be analyzed chemically, then I can't rationalize it. But I want it to be more than an electric spark. Infinitely more. I guess that doesn't make sense. No, it makes sense to me. There is one way to prove if we're on the right track or not. How? You won't like it, Peter. What I'm going to turn on is called the Faraday cage.
No, thank you. What a
Why does
fairy.
it glow like that? That's 250,000 volts of electricity. 250,000 volts? Oh, you'll be quite comfortable and safe inside. Me?
It looks more like a Jacob's ladder.
But you're joking. Oh, no, Doctor. Oh, no. It won't hurt you, Peter. I've never heard of 250,000 volts helping anyone. The current is only on the outside. Come on, upstairs. Come on.
I thought a Faraday cage was a box that blocked electronic signals.
Sit down.
What that looked like was a thing of electricity going across like a Jacob's ladder.
If extrasensory perception is merely an electrical wave, then you should score a 0 on the matching test. Because when the power goes on, no electrical impulse can penetrate these walls. With 250,000 volts, will you stop worrying about it? Just sit there. Open your collar. Relax.
Okay, so the explanation does
This
make
is the way you
sense.
work the intercom.
The visuals just don't
I
fit.
brought you a set-top object. I have a similar set outside. And when I point at one object, you tell me which one it is. Okay? Good luck. One moment. How do I get out of here? I'll open it for you. Well, why can't I open it myself to get out? You might get panicky and try to leave before the power is down to 0. And at that moment, you touch the outside metal. Goodbye, Peter Hurkos. Sorry, Peter.
Pretty nonchalant
I'm
way to say
turning
you might
on
kill
the
yourself
power
if you're
now.
panicked. I'd most definitely be dead. I panic so easily.
Once the cage is electrically charged, it remains hot until I pull the switch. Want to start? I guess so. You relaxed? How can I be relaxed in here?
Exactly.
What am I pointing at now?
The penis.
Peter! Butterfly. And now? Dinner.
Spartan.
And now, extrasensory perception was not merely an electrical impulse. As a matter of record, shielding Peter Hurkos from electrical impulses increased his power enormously.
Bullets.
Well, that's not what they were hoping for.
Peter? Where have you been?
What, the movie, Doctor?
That's every night this week. All right, come on in. I want to meet somebody.
No,
Peter Hurkos, Mr. Kibbe. We were just discussing...
no. Not Mr. Gibby, a policeman.
Well, I warned you.
What is this?
Captain Kibbe is an old friend of mine. He heard about you and he phoned. Your work with the French police in that Dijon case is simply beyond belief.
They're
But I mean-
mustache friends.
How you could tell that little girl... Peter, the captain wonders if...
Yes, I know what the captain wanted. No, I am sorry, I don't work with anyone anymore. Just the laboratory. Nothing else. Yes, it's a nearing. I see trees, many trees,
Green.
raining. The ground is wet, raining all night. A muddy road. The woman's... The woman is dead. The policeman gave it to you. Peter. Protect me. Open up. Open up.
All right, Peter. Okay, I'm going to turn it off now.
I'm never going to do again.
Listen to me.
No, I won't listen.
For the 20 seconds it takes for the power to drop to zero, you're going to have to. I have Captain Kibbe in the laboratory with me.
I'm not surprised.
You know so much from the earring, you must know the terrible way she was killed.
Open.
So they knew she was dead, but they asked him to do a reading anyway.
Anybody had
That's
ever
mean.
told me that I would be begging someone like you to help me solve a murder case, but I am begging. Mr. Hurkos, if you could have seen the condition of her body.
He just did.
I'm not going to apologize this time. I doubt that God gave such a gift merely to entertain in theaters. If you will give me the earring back, I'll be on my way.
I'll help you if I can. But I'm going to need something from the men who killed.
It is nothing. We went over the area 100 times. Nothing.
The woman's body.
Cremated.
I must have something. It was here.
Mindy's got my bronchitis flared. If I use my inhaler this late, I will be up shaking all night, so I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to cough. Peter, you okay, bro?
So, the car.
I see many lights, colored lights. Red light is stop light. She's sitting behind the wheel, and the car is stopping. The man... Wait. Yes. This door, the man gets in. I feel very strongly. He has a gun.
Connor's woman was strangled.
Yeah, I say this.
So
He
maybe
has
even
the
her
gun to frighten. There are no bullets.
Go on, Peter.
His mind is sick.
What else about it?
He lives... Old building. 1A.
1-8.
A hotel with 30 curtains.
There must be 100 hotels like that in town.
Yeah, but I feel strongly. 1-8.
1-8.
What? I don't know. Vogel. Yeah, Vogel. The man's name. Vogel.
Vogel? Peter. In English, there are two names. Vogel and Vogel. One with an F and one with a V. Which one do you mean?
The V.
V. Vogel.
Yeah, I say this.
You can already hear the laughter in the police locker room. Run back.
Vogel, that asshole from House.
4 days later.
Somehow he's still
37
messing
police traps,
stuff up.
flop houses, side street hotels later. Peter Hurkos and party arrive in the dingy lobby of the Royal Arms Hotel. Vogel is living here.
Now, wait a minute, mister. I ought to know who lives there and who don't.
Peter, you said number 18.
With
It's
ears like that, he
127.
ought to know everything.
Where's
That's
he
a lot of
going?
stairs.
Hey, is he crazy? What are you guys doing here?
Open it up.
There's no Mr. Vogel in this room.
Open it up.
Don't you cops need a search warrant anymore?
Open it up. Just as a favor to me.
Tell me what's happening at least.
Is the girl staying in that room?
His mind is like an animal's. It's filled with hate, fear. Women fill him with hate, with fear. He's very sick.
Who's sick?
You
I thought my room rent was paid till next Saturday.
Tried to stop him, Mr. Bird. This is the captain of detectives, and the other two guys, I don't know who they are.
You ever use the name Vogel?
Vogel? The name's Bird, like in Robin Redbreast. Walter Bird.
Any identification? Sure. Where do you work? What do you do?
The bowling alley on South Beacon. Just came from there. Long, hard day. Tell your friend it's not polite to stare.
His name's not Vogel. Well, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's the one. What one? Who is this kook? Buddy. Stare at something else for a while, huh? Would it be too nosy to ask you gentlemen what this is all about?
Peter, describe how he looked like. There are a million guys that look like that.
Oh, thanks, loads.
And I'll run a routine check anyway.
Well, you'll find I'm a real bad boy when it comes to parking tickets. What's he up to now? Hey, what is he, a hound dog or something? Come on, Rover, knock off.
Oh,
How do you do?
touched
The
him.
name's Bird, like in Robin Redbreast. Please give me back my hat. What have you done? Let go, will you?
That woman in the picture was not the only one.
What's the matter with this guy? Make him let go.
There were much more.
Let go my
Many
hair.
more women.
Let go my hair.
Yeah.
They killed that guy too?
Peter,
Yeah?
sometimes in the laboratory, you think in Dutch. You remember?
Yeah.
What's bird in Dutch?
Bird is vogel.
Oh, I see. They're, found her body.
She just left.
He couldn't connect before that Vogel and Bird were the same.
This is the real Peter Hurkos. Peter, we understand that you spent a total of 2.5 years in the research laboratories of a medical doctor that we call Lars Linden, right?
That's correct. And the research still go on here and in Europe.
Marvelous. Actually, an important paper was recently read on this very same subject, on this research, before a group of scientists at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. It will soon be published, right?
So long as I live, I offer myself for any test, any studies, under any conditions that scientists may impose.
Good. With the rare gift of a few men like Peter Hurkos, mankind, ever so slowly, moves toward an understanding of what we human beings are, what we really are in the universal scheme.
It's definitely an interesting concept. I'd like to do a little bit more research on Peter Hurkos and see how far he went with this. It's also kind of sad because it seemingly he has no real choice in it. It just kind of happened to him one day and then he couldn't turn it off. But it's still it's a fascinating topic, you know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you believe in ESP? Do you believe in what Peter Hurkos has gone through? Do you think maybe he's just a guy trying to get some money that's good at grifting? Tell me stuff. We should be starting doing Children of the Corn, which is yet another Stephen King. This month is going to have Stephen King all over it, apparently. Tomorrow night, hopefully, we will start, and I will do a double feature of the first and the second movie. Hopefully.